Hey there, it's Rachel Mullins, the host of Hashtag No Filter Fridays on Public House Media.
This is Daniel Poppy, host of How to Write Good here on Public House Media. I just want to thank you for listening to the following broadcast brought to you by Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope that you'll come check out my show, How to Write Good, the writing show that is not about writing. A new show of How to Write Good comes out every Wednesday, so don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of How to Write Good. Again, thanks for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Happy New Year! And I have a question for you to start this brand new year off, this 2018. Are you a resolutioner or are you a goal setter? Yes, there is a difference. And, when we really think about really starting the year off, we think about you're reflecting on the past year and moving forward in the new year. And this morning I want to talk to you about some New Year's resolutions versus goal setting and maybe what the difference might be and maybe what you should be doing to make a difference in your life in the future. Good morning. My name is Kim Meyer. I am here with you on Public House Media on the live Facebook feed. Brand new year, brand new start to everything, fresh start for everyone. And it's a Monday to boot. So, hey, this is like the perfect mecca, like those stars are aligning. You can start a new year off on a new thing. So a New Year's resolution is a tradition most common in the Western Hemisphere. Did you know that? But also found in the Eastern Hemisphere as well. It's when a person resolves to change their undesired traits or the behaviors that they've had in the past, or they want to something they want to accomplish, or a personal goal, or something that they want to improve in their life. But really, it's kind of one of those. They resolve to do it. They wish to do it. They hope to do it. But, if you're really not hitting your target in 2017, if you didn't really hit those targets because you didn't have a plan. And there's a difference between a goal setting and a resolution. A resolution is just making a wish, putting it out there that you want to achieve it. Setting a goal is creating an action plan to go with it and actually going forward and achieving it. So I've got some information today from a couple different things. One of my great mentors, Brian Tracy, is a great man. He had a podcast out today that he really said something about taking baby steps towards your goals is about really hitting them. And when you write them down, you break them down, and so you can actually achieve them into small pieces, that's when you're actually going to get someplace. And it's even in the Bible that you need to set goals. 1 Corinthians 9:26 says, I don't run without a goal. I don't run without a goal, and I don't box by beating my fists in the air. I keep my body under control, and I make it my slave, so I won't lose after telling the good news to others. I don't run without a goal. I keep moving. I set a plan. I go for it. Little by little, a little becomes a lot. And when you start taking action on things that you want to achieve in your life, if you start setting a goal that, this time of year, everyone is usually setting some sort of resolution, some sort of goal that they want to achieve in the next year. And this is the perfect opportunity, the perfect time of the year to do that because it's a fresh start. Everyone feels like it's a new year, it's a new beginning, it's something different that I can try, something different I can do. But the reality is that you don't have to worry about setting a goal on December 31st. You don't have to worry about setting a goal on January 1. You can set a goal any time of the year and actually start moving towards it. It's just a fresh start for people to do it now. So as we kind of sit down and think about maybe the lists of things that we want to do, some lifestyle changes we want to make, maybe it's a charitable donation we wanted to do, maybe it's carrying out a bunch of life hacks that we found online, or maybe it's just maybe you want to be more helpful this year. Maybe it's something that you want to do differently. So I found a list of 50 of the most common New Year's resolutions. And I just want to share the first 5 with you because those are the most common 5 things, and maybe some things that we can do in order to get there. So the first resolution that everyone always makes is they want to get in shape. Losing weight is the top resolution for Americans, and combined with an like exercise more, stay fit and healthy. It's something that over 1/3 of the population wishes to achieve. And it's easy enough to start an exercise or diet program or but the trick is to really find a decent one that you're able to stick with, that you have steady results over time. That, remember, little by little adds up to a lot. But the trick is to find that one that you can really stick with. And I would highly suggest that you don't do something that is like a complete 180 of your lifestyle. I would say a little by little, a little adds up to a lot. So making sure that if you wanting to get healthy and fit this year, that you start with maybe 30 minutes a day, that you maybe, start swapping out small things in your diet that are going to make some big changes in your overall in your lifetime. Swapping out soda for water, swapping out, making your portions smaller on your plate. Maybe it's moving for 15 minutes at a time, and maybe it's working out 3 to 5 days a week. Getting in shape is the number one resolution for people in America. And, like I said, 1/3 of the population wants to have, this is their New Year's resolution. So again, don't go crazy, just get started. Simple. The second thing that is a New Year's resolution is start eating healthier food and less food overall. It's usually an extension of the previous resolution, and switching to a healthier diet can be incredibly tricky when you're surrounded by all kinds of junk food all the way around you. However, it's a good amount of determination and some basic tips. You can slowly develop a healthier eating lifestyle, learn how to control your emotional eating, and be aware of the reasons for why you make these choices. Make sure that you use all kinds of support. Make sure you have a plan. Make sure you set out some goals that you want to do some things with. And then, if you fail once, it's okay. Don't slash all 4 tires if you have one flat, right? So go forward and try to work on being a better you by just making a few better choices. Little by little, a little adds up to a lot. Number 3, stop procrastinating. The number 3 resolution that people have. I'm a huge procrastinator. I always get more done in the wee hours of the morning when it's the final due date. But the biggest barrier that keeps most people from reaching their goals is the desire to relax and do something fun instead of working hard. So once you get used to the procrastinating, it's difficult to snap yourself out of it. But if you can use, some helpful tips like setting a plan, setting an action for every step of the day, taking that really big goal that you have and breaking it apart into smaller pieces, and then making a list of all the individual things you can do on a daily basis that will add up to that big goal in the end. Remember, little by little adds up to a lot. So if you can get away from procrastinating by breaking it down and making small pieces, you'll be able to achieve your big task sooner, actually, than later, and not be so stressed out about it. The 4th resolution that most people create in the beginning of the year is to improve your concentration and mental skills. So people have been trying to find all kinds of ways to improve their mental focus and cognitive capabilities and for thousands and thousands of years. But, even back in most ancient civilizations, they had some sort of mental exercises or herbal medicines to keep them to reach this goal. Today we can use all kinds of apps, we can use all kinds of different techniques, some meditation techniques to boost our concentration, to hone on our mental skills. But what I would really like to encourage you is that you can really do a lot of it with your moving more, with eating better, and filling your head with positive mindset type things. If you can go forward with those kinds of things, controlling your mood, learning faster, you'll have a much easier time solving your problems. And a lot of people don't realize this, but what you put into your body really dictates how it functions and what it does. Your brain gets clearer when you eat better foods. Your brain gets clearer when it's fed things that are going to help it survive on a better basis. So why not eat better, right? Get rid of the junk, get rid of the processed things, get rid of the sugars, eat whole foods that are going to help fuel your body in a good way, help you with those previous resolutions, and help clear your mind into working on a better process. And the 5th and final thing that I'm going to share with you today is they want to meet new people. When people get stuck in a rut, we usually end up staying at home most of the time, missing out on a lot of interesting opportunities for networking and having fun. Meeting new people can be beneficial to your mental well-being, help your career, help your life goals. So don't be afraid of getting out there and making some new friends, overcoming your shyness, getting some new knowledge, and getting to know more people and more interesting people, because you never know where next connection is going to come from. And you'll be able to meet new people, take you different places, go different places in your life, and really learn a lot more about who you are and what you're wanting to accomplish in your life. So those are the top 5 resolutions that people have. A lot others, fall into like becoming more active, being more confident, taking more chances. A lot of people want to earn more money, becoming more polite, reducing their stress, learning to be happier with life. All of those things really come into play when you really answer those top 5 things. But when it comes to actually achieving those things, it really, really comes down to deciding 2 things in your life. Deciding exactly what it is that you want to achieve, and then deciding what price you're going to have to pay in order to get it, and then actually paying it. So when you put all of those things together, if you write down all these different things, what I really would love for you to do is for you to take a piece of paper today, and first day of the year, great opportunity to set some goals. Maybe you've gotten some inspiration from the 5 top resolutions that I listed off, but this is what I want you to do today. Get a piece of paper. I want you to list the top 10 things that you want to achieve this year. And they can be anything, big, small, huge, whatever. Write down 10 things that you want to get done this year. And then I want you to go through that list, and I want you to really think about what it is what is the number one thing. If you could accomplish one of these things the next 24 hours, and they would have the biggest impact on your life, which one of those things would that be? If you were just granted like a snap of a finger, this one thing is going to happen for you in the next 24 hours, what would that be? Which one of those 10? Circle it. And then after you have identified that one thing, it's usually going to jump out at you. It might be a health goal, it might be a financial goal, it might be a career goal, it might be a relationship goal, whatever it is. Pick the top one that if you were going to have achieved that thing in the next 24 hours, it would be the most impactful in your life. Then flip the piece of paper over, write that goal across the top of it. So now this is the one goal that you're going to work on. And then I want you to list everything on that piece of paper that you can do to achieve that goal. Action items. So maybe it's cutting out, if it's a nutrition goal or if it's a healthy goal, maybe it's cutting out soda, maybe it's moving more, maybe it's signing up at the gym, maybe it's connecting with an accountability partner, maybe it's whatever. Like you're writing down all these things that are going to help you achieve that goal. Put a deadline on that goal. Set a time parameter for it so that you have a deadline. It's something that you can go up to achieve. So if you are a procrastinator, you know when you have to get this goal done by. Selecting the most important thing on your goal, making a plan to work on it daily, will not only change your life today, but it will change your life in the future in more ways than you can imagine. People begin to find their greatness when they really determine their purpose, and their number one goal that they work on towards every single day is the secret to self-made success. So even in 30 days from now, when you get to this point where you have started this goal, you've worked on it every single day for 30 days, you're going to look back and say, whoa, why didn't I start this sooner? So those are some goal setting tips for you today. Those are some things that I'd love for you to just give a try. Maybe drop below this video. What is a goal that you're going to work on in 2018? What is a resolution you're creating? What is a goal that you're going to go for? And then maybe one action item that you're going to take to get closer to that goal. I hope you have a wonderful January 1. I hope you have a great rest of 2018, and I hope you come back more to Public House Media. I hope you come to my page to Choose to Rise and learn more, be inspired, and find your voice too. Maybe you want to join the Public House Media team, and maybe you have something that you want to share with the world as well. I hope you come back, message us to see if you'd be a good fit, and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later.